shit.
Hightailed it out of there.
Are you crazy? Don't go between them! Go between them! Are you crazy?
Welcome to my home.
Good morning. Grab a cup of coffee because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have my coffee mug. And last week I was super excited about going to the Vinegar Syndrome store that I forgot to do the giveaways. So today, in lieu of that, I'm going to do 4 mugs today because I haven't finalized the new shirts. Now, this isn't a new shirt. This has been on there forever, but this is springtime colors. So I have this, and I have t-shirts coming in today, springtime colors. So I think they're coming in today, but looking forward to that. And then so I did a new mug design, and we're going to be giving away 4 of those today at the end of the show. And if I forget towards the end, remind me, but I shouldn't forget. But today we are here for first time on 4K, new movies, but these are Steelbook onlys again. And so we're going to have that conversation, but Fight Club is a huge one. It's one that pretty much everybody's been talking about forever. And so, yeah, it's one that, man, I don't know why it's taken so long, but I'm excited. And the thing is, I almost pulled the trigger on the Manta Lab. You know, it's a company out of China. They put out these giant one-click boxes. They're amazing. And I have a couple of them, but they put out a Fight Club one a while ago with the soap and the pink. You know, it looked exactly the same as this Steelbook art. But that thing, by the time I found it, I think they were asking like $800. And the one click has 3 versions of the same Steelbook. So the Steelbook art is the same, but the actual outer slip covers, slip boxes, they're hard rigid slip boxes. There was 3 different versions of that and a lenticular. So I was like, I was tempted, but then I saw that price tag and I was like, absolutely not. And it was just a Blu-ray. So the fact that we're finally getting this on 4K, it is getting a Steelbook. We're going to dive into all that. And there's other ones that are coming out first time on Steelbook or Steelbook only option for the 4K. And the thing is, eventually this stuff comes out because we're going to talk about one today. And where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So I didn't grab my actual 4K or anything, but I love this movie, and it's coming out, and it was a Steelbook only for the 4K. There was 2 versions. There was an Amazon exclusive, and then there was one at Walmart. So I don't know if it was a Walmart exclusive, but there was 2 different versions of this on Steelbook, and I picked it up. I broke my Steelbook rule because I love this film, and it falls within probably easily my top 5 favorite fantasy films of all time. And I'm talking about Stardust. Now, this is not an actual movie. This is a press kit. So it's a digital press kit of the film. But I have this. I have it on HD DVD. I have it on Blu-ray and the 4K version. So the new one's coming out, and it just took a long time. I think that Steelbook version came out a year ago, maybe even 2 years now, and we're finally getting it. So if you don't really care for the Steelbook stuff, like, it's difficult conversation because if we don't buy it, then the studio goes, oh, they don't want physical media. But then if we buy it, you don't really want it. Like, it's a double-edged sword kind of thing. So I'm very cautious on what I buy on Steelbook because I don't love the format. It always, for me, it gets damaged. And if it was just me as the collector and I have this stuff and I was like super cautious with it and protect, sure. But I have a family, and the Steelbook stuff almost always gets ruined. Even the stuff that I have in protective cases, because sometimes somebody wants to watch it. So I'm very cautious on what I do pick up on Steelbook, unless it comes in like a big protective chunky box. So I don't know. I'm going to be getting this one for sure, but I hope another version comes out because I do love Fight Club. I want the 4K. I don't know. We're gonna dive into all that. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's see. Will D's watches. Nice. Excited to watch my first live show. Nice. Well, thank you. Welcome. And good morning, all. Coffee on the road. Pick up a book display. Have a great show. Well, enjoy that book display. Yeah. So TJ sent me that yesterday, that he was getting this crazy book display that belonged in a store, and he's going to bring it home. So that's kind of cool. I'm glad you're getting it, brother. And morning, everyone. And good morning, Sith of Break. With the everyone. Nice. Let's see. Get that in there.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
Yes, everyone. Well, thanks for knocking that out first thing this morning, brother. Thank you. Yeah. And Rivera 903, Fight Club is time. Yes, it is time. It is time. I am glad that it's coming. I thought it was coming out before. It was talked about. It was rumored. I don't know, something happened. I'm pretty sure. I'm like pretty sure that this was like a big deal a while ago, and then it just kind of never happened. So glad it's finally coming out for sure. And then let's see. I think like I changed my room around. So I think like my camera, I think everything's, I'm like staring, not at the camera, because if I stare at the camera, like you get the light. And so like I'm like looking here and I'm just looking at, like everything's messed up. Next week it'll be better. Let me fix that again. So yeah, we got the new background. We got the vintage corner going. I got the Betamax player. I have the movie going. I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good. I don't know. I think I like this. I like this backdrop. I mean, it's not a finished product. I got my plants going. I talk about it all the time. Like I'm a plant guy. I love plants. So I incorporated that. There's one right next to the TV that's hard to see, but you know, I love plants. So I incorporated it. It's part of my personality. So yeah, I like this, but it's a work in progress. It's not finished because down here we have the CD player, the PlayStation, but I have a vintage stereo that I have to work on and then put it up here. Once it's repaired, I have to put it up here. So yeah, that's the thing. It's downstairs on the dining room table. I got to tear it apart, and finding the time for that has been difficult. But that will be part of the backdrop. And the thing is, like all this stuff is functional and works. Like I have this hooked up, and I was watching it yesterday, and yeah, I like it. So and this TV used to be on my desk. Like nobody ever got to see this TV. It always used to be on my desk, and I would just watch tapes when I worked. And so anytime I was doing editing videos or anything, I would just pop it on, and I was like, you know what? It's not as cool if nobody can see it. So you guys get to see it now. And it's an old black and white. It's nothing amazing. Well, the other things I was going to talk about, I just knocked on the floor and they're way over there. So I'm not going to get them. But this movie here, let's see if I can get this. This movie here, I'm going to give this one to my friend. I have a friend in Australia that I'm doing a pen pal box. So I'm sending him a bunch of stuff. And there's this movie, I love it. I don't think he's seen it. And I upgraded. But then I upgraded, and I just got the 4K, and I'm pretty sure, because the only reason I upgraded in the first place was because somebody was showing off like a big chunky box set that it came in. It was just this nice version. It had a book and everything. And when I went to order it, and I paid like $50 for it, so I felt like I was getting the premium edition. And the picture looked like there was a box, then the movie, and then the slipcover, and then the book. Like that's what the picture shows, and all I got was the 4K with a slipcover. So it's the apartment, and that's the other one's way over there now. I'm not getting up to show you, but so I'm going to give this to a friend. But I did get the 4K, but I was a little disappointed because my black and white was fine. The Blu-ray was good enough. I was only having that collector moment of like, oh my god, I got to get that slipcover box. So I didn't get it, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I messed up or I got screwed. So I gotta look more into that. But I swear somebody was showing off the apartment in a slipcover, like in the 4K version. So I'm not sure, but there's that. And then we're gonna dive into, and I'll hit up the rest of the chats. But good morning, everybody. Good morning. We got a busy day. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. All the new 4Ks, all the new movies that I'm excited for. But the thing is, we're gonna talk about the Steelbook only stuff. I'm not gonna be super negative about it. But the thing is, there's a lot of stuff coming out on Steelbook only, and not everyone is a fan. So, yeah, there's times where I want the 4K movie, and some movies need a good restoration. And that's a conversation. I actually have a video on Monday talking about that exact thing. And so the video was made before Fight Club. So it's one of those things that, like, it's part of the thing, and I could easily just throw it in. Well, Fight Club's finally getting it, but only on Steelbook. And it's necessary. I think it's necessary because you have the restoration, the preservation, and then when you bring this stuff to a new audience for the first time, you know, or when it comes out again, a new audience picks it up for the first time, and that's always a great thing. But then we're going to dive into, here's something, and I was trying to post it before this started, so I'll post it later, but in the community tab, and that's working, and I figured out how it works. But what I had to do was I had to sign in to a different account, go to my page, my homepage, and then see this community, and the tab, and the option is said go to community. So I click on that, and then from there I logged back into my account, and then it was there on my. So I don't know what happened or what that was, but now I have access to it and I can get into it. But you guys can go into that community section and you can post your stuff. And what I actually want today, and I was trying to post it this morning before this started, but then I got sidetracked. It is, what is a bad movie that you love? And it's like, you know, it's bad and everyone complains about it, but you love it anyway. I want you to post that. Instead of posting what you're watching today or this weekend, which I usually ask for, give me the stuff that, you know, the bad movies that you just love. Because I have one, and I wasn't going to do it, but I'll post it after the show. I will post it after the show. But yeah, do me that favor, because I like seeing that stuff too, and like that the community tab is for you guys. So these are the ones that I'm going to be watching today. Plus, I have a bunch of movie recommendations. So I started that series last Sunday, I think. Yeah, last Sunday I started that series of you picked it. So you guys watch a movie, or you guys recommend a movie to me. And if I haven't seen it before, I'll try to track it down. If I can get it and I can watch it before the next series, I'll do it monthly. So that's been rocking and rolling. I've gotten tons of recommendations, things that I wanted to see, and then even some older ones that I remembered. Oh, this was recommended to me like a year ago. So I picked up a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to be watching that this weekend. So I'm not going to spoil any of that. But these are my weekend watches, things that I'm going to try to get through. And because this finally came in. So I ordered this like, I think in January, Amazon was doing the 3 for 33 4Ks. So this was one of them that I was waiting on. So War Dogs, I'm going to be checking that out. I've seen it one time and I remember enjoying it, but picking it up for the sale on 4K, I thought it was a no-brainer. So I'm going to be watching that again. But then this, I mentioned it because I picked it up at the Vinegar Syndrome sale, but it wasn't a Vinegar Syndrome movie. It was part of their used section. And this was one that was recommended a long time ago. And so this is going to be in the list. So I'm watching this weekend. Garden State for sure. But then a bunch of movies here that, you know, revisits, things of that. But then sometimes some of these are first-time watches. But this is a revisit, and looking forward to it. When I was at the Vinegar Syndrome store, there was a Munchies VHS tape, and so I was like, oh man, I want to revisit that. So I grabbed the 2-pack, and I usually don't like these 2-pack movies, but it's the two movies together. There's a third one that I've never seen, but the first one's a little more serious, and the second one's like goofy. And so, I mean, when you really look at them, they're both goofy. But I think Munchies is a good response to Critters, where Munchie is just like more family friendly, I guess. So I'm going to be watching these this weekend for sure. This is a first-time watch for me. It's from Mondo Macabro. So Mondo Macabra. So I've been trying to get more of the cult films, the stuff that people usually frown upon or lowbrow. I like that stuff. I grew up on it. My teenage years, I watched most of this. But then, like, not that I ever thought I was a cinephile or been like, oh, I don't need that. But it's just like at a certain point, like, I'm like, well, I've already seen it. Some of these are one and dones. I don't need to revisit them. But lately, I've been wanting to revisit a lot of these films. But then I've been adding stuff I've never seen. So this movie, The Fan, and I'm not saying this is anything like that. I don't think it's raunchy. I don't think it's, you know, maybe lowbrow. But it's definitely, it seems like a cult film or maybe an exploitation film. So The Fan, one, the cover sold me, but I want to get into it. And so I haven't picked up any of the Mondo Copper stuff. We talk about it every Saturday when they have new stuff coming out, but this is my first one. And just looking at the back of it, the back of it's not bad, I don't think. I don't think there's anything inappropriate, but it just looks like one of those like typical exploitation type films or cult films, and I'm just looking forward to it. But then I picked up this one. This one, I talked about it recently on a couple Saturdays ago. It got brought up because the Radiance film that I missed out on. I love this one. So I finally picked it up, revisiting it. And it's one, I don't think it can get a higher recommendation for me. It's a great Saturday afternoon flick, but it stars Fred Ward, Alec Baldwin, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and it's Miami Blues. So I did get the MVD version, and I did have the slipcover, but I take slipcovers off and I put them in the box because they get ruined on the shelf. But I would have loved to have the Radiance film. So I did pick up this. It's fine. It was cheap. It was like $10. So I'm happy to have it. And I don't need another version. I think it's fine. So I'm looking forward to it though, because I remember liking the film a lot. Here's one I saw it once, and it definitely falls in the lowbrow humor, raunchy comedy. So I'm gonna be knocking this one out, and it's Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star. So this one is raunchy, it's ridiculous. Christina Ricci's in it, and he's got a little wiener, and he wants to be a porn star, and like that's the whole premise of the film. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but I haven't seen it in forever. I want to revisit it, and I picked that up recently. But here's one that I love, the artwork on it. I've never seen it. I'm super excited. It's a Roger Corman cult classics thing. Somehow I missed this, and I don't know. I don't know if it was that thing where I'm like, I don't need these kinds of films in my collection. But I love the cover, and it's Star Crash. So this one here looks like wonderful, like probably 70s cinema, maybe even 80s, but something that, fun. It looks fun. I want to, get into this. The absolutely ridiculous. That's the art card that comes inside. So, it's that artwork that's frowned upon, and I just want to watch this. So I picked this one up and super stoked about it. And then the cover, the painted poster, I'm not sure which was, I don't know if that's the original cover or if that was the commissioned cover there. But either way, I think they're both fantastic, and I'm looking forward to that. And usually anything with Roger Corman's name attached, I get in, and I enjoy them. There's not probably, I don't know, I fumbled all my words all of a sudden. But usually with Roger Corman films, like I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that I'm like, oh man, I didn't like that. I usually enjoy all the Roger Corman stuff. And then I picked up this one, George Segal and Natalie Wood, and I love it because I'm trying to get all the Natalie Wood films. So this for me was a no-brainer. But this movie, brand new to me, and it's a Kino title, and I got it pretty cheap, I think, off of Hamilton Book, and it was The Last Married Couple in America. So I love George Segal and Natalie Wood. I don't think you can go wrong with her at all. So I'm looking forward to that one. But here's the one that I picked up recently, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this. When I picked it up, I found it at a used movie store in the area, and I was stoked about it. And so it's The Curve. I talk about this movie regularly. I love it. So if I haven't talked about it recently and showing off this Blu-ray, I love it. And the question always gets asked, why the red cases? If it's a movie that doesn't have a Blu-ray, I stick it in a red case, and it just makes things easier for me. It can't accidentally get donated because, my kid put it in the wrong pile kind of thing. And so any movie that's on DVD that has no Blu-ray gets a red case, or if I'm keeping it in the collection for some reason and maybe it does have a Blu-ray, it still gets a red case. If it's something that's possibly upgradable, it stays in the black case. So that's what that is. So that's why the red cases. But The Curve, I love it. I've been talking about it for years. I've had it on VHS for all this time. So finally getting the DVD is amazing. I hope we get a Blu-ray sometime. But that movie, it has more of a serious tone. But that idea of the movie, and I don't know if these movies came out at the same time, but I kind of feel like I watched them around the same time. And so this one came out in late 90s, and I would assume this one did too. I don't know. I don't remember when The Curve came out, but it came out probably around the same time. But Dead Man on Campus. Now, this is a comedy version of the same idea. So the idea is they're failing at school, and if their roommate dies, that they could get 4.0 and pass every class and do well. And so they have this plot where they're going to kill off their roommate and make it look like he did it himself, and then they're going to get good grades. And so this is a comedy where this is not a comedy, but it's the same story, and I love it. And so this one I haven't seen in forever, so I'm going to revisit that this weekend. I just picked it up too. It's something I hadn't had, but as I got The Curve, I'm like, there is that other film with the Saved by the Bell kid, Paul, Mark, whatever the kid is named. That guy, you know what I'm talking about. Mark Paul Gosselaar, whatever it is. How I can't say his name at all. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Let's finish saying good morning to everybody. Let's see. Protoss, morning. Good morning. And good morning, Video Pro. Good morning, brother. 80s mugs, get the full collection. Yes. Yeah, this is a new one. This is a new one. I think you'll like it. But it's got the new logo on it too, but I think you'll like it. It fits the brand, it fits me. I like it. If you guys don't like it, I'm still giving it away. So And good morning, Arthur. Good morning. Hey, brother. And good morning, Colorado. Good morning. Good morning, brother. Just watched Megalopolis. Kind of a weird movie. Yeah, I've been interested about that one. I haven't watched it yet, but intrigued. There was one I don't think I needed to own. So I was like, I do want to watch it though. So I don't know. But I also don't know if I want to sit down, because I think it's a long one. I'm not sure if it is, but I kind of feel it was a long one. Let's see. And good morning. Good morning, Storytime Slots. Good morning, brother. And Mac and me. Yeah, I'm telling you, brother, I got that. And my memory of it was, I remember making fun of my brother for watching it when it came out. And I was like, this is stupid. And I just was like, I'm better than this movie. And then it was like years later, I had nothing to rent. And I had graduated high school at this point. So I was in my like late teens, early 20s, and I rented it. And I didn't hate it. I remember not hating it. But I also remember going, this isn't great. But I didn't, it was like, it was whatever. It was one and done. It was whatever. But rewatching it again, I don't know if it's the nostalgia or the thing that like they don't make fun movies anymore. Like something about I'm still not telling you it's an amazing film, but I liked it more than I thought I did. And I'm going to be rewatching it at some point. Like probably not soon, but I enjoyed it. And I'm glad I picked up that Vinegar Syndrome version. So, and it's not even me trying to justify my purchase. Like I went in thinking I was getting a dumb purchase, but I liked it. And I don't know if it's my age and it just kind of works now, but I do like it. I'm probably never going to recommend it though. Like that's the thing. Like unless I find a bunch of other films like that, I don't know. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. The Room is terrible, but it's so funny. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And morning, Darren, brother. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I would ever put that one up, but I don't think I need to own it. But yeah, but it's not. It wasn't meant to be funny. That's the other thing is like it just works. It's funny. I found and bought 2 Criterion Blu-rays yesterday at Goodwill bins. Nice. That's a win. I've only ever done that once, and it was for Haxon. So, and I didn't pay, like, it wasn't cheap like the other stuff was, and it was like just at a random thrift store in Virginia, and it was Haxon. I ended up paying $10 for it. It was sealed. So a Criterion sealed for $10 worked out perfect, and I like it. It is enjoyable. At the one time, that movie was banned for the nudity and the satanic images in it, but it's an old black and white film, and it's just like watching it today is like extremely tame. But yeah, it was a win. It was a win. Other than that, I've never found anything like that good at a thrift store. But good for your win, brother. I recommend the new 2025 Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. Was that on my radar? Let me double check. I don't know. There's a couple of them, right? There's Silent Night, Violent Night. That one came out a while ago. Let's see. Silent Night. Oh, with Bruce Campbell? Of course. Right? No? Did I see Bruce Campbell's name on there? Why am I not looking? I looked at a little trailer thing popped up and said Bruce Campbell, so he's not in this. After seeing his parents killed by someone dressed as Santa, a grown man later wears a Santa suit himself and seeks violent revenge. Oh, I'll watch that. Filmed by Mike P. Nelson. I'll watch it. I don't know if I need it, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, looks fun. Looks fun enough. Let's see. You're inspiring me to start a physical media channel. Well, I mean, good luck. Good luck. It's the thing is like, this is something I've been doing my entire life, and just turning on the camera was a no-brainer, but like it took a long time. I've been doing this for years. Like watch some of my early videos. My early videos suck. Even like 6 months ago, like last year I was really sick. And so like pretty much all the videos last year, they suck because I was sick. Like I literally was like drained and like there's a huge difference watching a video I put out now and watching one from 6 months ago. Just that. So I've been doing it for a long time. So good luck. And do it. Yeah, do it. Start it up. See if especially if you got the passion, you love the movies, like, because like your take, your angle is going to be completely different than anybody else's for sure. I remember seeing Star Crash and Humanoid. Both were Star Wars ripoffs. Yeah, I like Humanoid. I like Humanoid. Star Crash, though, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to that one. Cheers 2000 has a first sighting of Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, Cherry. Do you mean Cherry 2000? I'm pretty sure that's because I just watched that the other day and I freaking loved it. Fishburne caricature Morpheus. It's awesome. Yeah. Is it Cheers 2000 or are you talking about Cherry 2000? Let's see. Because yeah, he was in that. Yeah, it was about the sex robots. And then Melanie Griffith's in that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne. He played Glue Glue Lawyer. Yeah, I love that film. I just watched that the other day. Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, Cherry 2000 Red. Yeah. That was a fun one. It was definitely was a fun one. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, good morning, everybody. Definitely grab yourself a cup of coffee. We're going to talk about this stuff. We're going to dive in quick to the Fight Club stuff. So this is the movie that I'm stoked for it. Like I said, it was something that I thought we should have had a while ago. But coming out of new 4K of an old movie from the 90s, from Fox, owned by Disney, like this is the stuff we talk about all the time that's just never going to happen. So the fact that it is, I am going to get this. And like, I'll put it in a protective case. I'll get it. But like, I want a different version of this. The whole Steelbook only stuff is very frustrating, but just the simple fact that it's Fox and it's a movie that I love, I'm going to break my no Steelbook rule and I'm going to grab this one. Definitely to support. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, if we're not buying this stuff and they're finally putting it, we're begging Disney and Fox to put stuff out, and then they finally do and I don't buy it, I kind of feel like, I don't know, like I'm being wrong and we're not going to get any more stuff and it's my fault. But anyway, and that's not the truth, but that's what I would feel. But it comes out in May, so yeah, this is a huge one. I'm going to be grabbing this 100%, and I'm digging the cover. And then the thing is, like I said, that Manta Lab before. Let's see if there's any still on eBay. Like when I saw it a few years ago, it was like $700-800 for it. Let's see, Fight, and it was just the Blu-ray, and it had the same artwork. Oh, it didn't have the same artwork. It has like a rubberized like looking case of something similar. So, but let's see this one here. $2,156 for 3 of the exact same movie on Steelbook. Let's see. Turn this down. So that right there was a Manta Lab one click. It comes with all of the stuff, and the price tag is, well, it's in euros, so 1,600 euros. It says approximately $2,156 for that. So the thing is, it's, people always go that, physical media is not worth anything. And eventually, yeah, like I have stuff that I picked up recently in the DVD format that was premium 30 years ago that I picked it up really cheap. But like some of the stuff right now, it's like one of those, like, I'm not saying buy it as an investment, but some of the stuff, if you really want it, you're going to have to fork over an arm and a leg for sure. But yeah, that's something I don't need, but I'll be getting this Steelbook for sure, and I hope that other versions of it come out. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. Fight Club. Is there anything else coming, or is it just us? Yeah, it seems like just us. Fight Club, Steelbook for America. So maybe another one's coming out later. I don't know. But I do like the art on it. We got that. Let's see. 80s Made is my go-to after a long work day. I look forward to your videos. It relaxes me. I run the gambling slot. Nice. Well, I'm glad I relax you, brother. But yeah, so yeah, the Fight Club stuff, I'm stoked about it. I am frustrated about the Steelbook only. I'm glad we're getting it finally. It's like one of those, it's a double-edged sword. Like if I don't buy it, and it's everybody else that really wants this title, and then it's like it tells Disney that yeah, we of course we want Steelbook stuff, but the thing is we don't. So I'm going to be vocal on that. And I know it's probably annoying. I say it all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it until we get another option. But the thing is, like the Stardust, I broke my no Steelbook rule on that because I love the film. And a year later or more, we're finally getting the standard version. So we could get more of this, especially if it sells really well. So that's something, and, definitely going to be talking about that for a while, I think. But this movie here, this is coming out on 4K. I'm glad it's coming out, but it's a Sony title. It's a movie I don't need. But because it, like, for me, I don't know. I have a weird thing because I grew up in upstate New York. So any movie that usually takes place in New York, I love it. But for some reason, this movie, I didn't even want to watch it. Like I knew the story, I heard the story before, and none of it seemed amazing to me. It's probably a great film. It's great actors, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ben Kingsley, Robert Zemeckis directed this. Like, I mean, everything about the film screams like, it fits my wheelhouse. But the thing is, I've never had any interest in watching it. I'm glad it's coming out. You're getting a 4K and you're getting a Blu-ray, two different covers on that as well. So I think that's great. The fact that we're getting two different options, I do like that. It's not just the same art on the other version. So I don't know if they're trying to hit up collectors who are trying to collect every version, if that's the actual thing, or it's just a simple way of not having that big ugly banner. You're having something different. So they have the walk in 4K, and then it has its own 4K cover where the Blu-ray doesn't. If that's what they're doing, and they're shifting away from the big ugly banner, it says 4K, Blu-ray, digital code, all that stuff, that's a win. Give it to me. But I think if you're not really into 4Ks, it's a new movie shot digitally, probably, and because I don't remember when this came out, probably mid 2000s, probably. But either way, you're getting a new 4K on this, so the Blu-ray is probably going to have the exact same transfer that the 4K does, but just on the Blu-ray. So I think the Blu-ray is going to look amazing anyway. So if you're into that, grab it. But for me, I don't know if I need to see it. But it comes out in May, so it's something I'll watch probably eventually, but it's something I just wasn't interested in that one. But I think a lot of people are. Now here's one that I didn't even realize the other films. So I got to go back and see, because I don't think my Meet the Parents is in 4K. So Meet the Fockers is coming out. We have that big ugly banner, but it's less noticeable, I guess, as some of the other ones. And the artwork is whatever. It's just the cast on the cover. It doesn't sell me into the movie, but I liked the first one. I I don't know if I love all the rest, but let's see. Let me see if I have this. Let's see. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have this one, but Meet the Parents. Actually, my Meet the Parents is only on HD DVD, so I need to go get the 4K of that, and then I'll probably grab this too. I'll probably rewatch them all because I think it's time. And I need to upgrade that HD DVD. But here we go. Here's another one. 28 years later, the Bone Temple 4K. The 4K is only coming out in Steelbook. And so this is coming out from Sony. So I suspect we're going to get 4K down the road. Now, this is another one. Brand new film, shot digitally. I think you're going to have an amazing experience on that Blu-ray. But it comes out this summer, and it's sitting at the pre-order price at Amazon for $56. I think that's a hefty price tag. So even if they drop it lower, you're still sitting somewhere in the $40 price range for this movie on Steelbook. And the Blu-ray, it has this ugly Rotten Tomatoes thing on the cover, which I think takes away from the art, but a smaller banner championing the Blu-ray and digital up here. So I guess that's better. Cool artwork. I like it. I think the Blu-ray is going to be fantastic. If I were to pick this up, and now you do whatever you want, but if I were to pick this up and I picked up that Blu-ray version, I think the Blu-ray version is going to be amazing. And so if it's going to include the Dolby Atmos track and the Dolby True HD, so it's going to have the better surround tracks on the Blu-ray. if a 4K, if you're going to upgrade to the 4K, if they come out with a regular non-Steelbook version down the road, it's going to be a small, tiny uptick. I don't think you're going to have like that drastic of an improvement if you pick up this Blu-ray. So if you're not a Steelbook only person, don't feel like you're missing out by not getting the Blu-ray. By not getting the Steelbook. I think it'll be fantastic. But again, to each their own. If you have to have the 4K, it's 4K or bust for you, then go ahead. But the thing is, even though I think the art is fantastic, I don't think you can go wrong with that artwork. It's got a coolness factor. It's just I'm not into it, and at that higher price tag too. It's a little bit much. I remember when the difference between a 4K and a Blu-ray was like $5, and then the Steelbook, sometimes when they came out, it was closer to like a $10. This is looking like a $20+ upgrade, difference between the two. So I think there's that, because I think it was, what was it, 30 something, 31, yeah. So almost a $25 difference for, I wouldn't feel, unless you absolutely love this film and you're an absolute Steelbook collector, and you're afraid it's going to sell out, I would just stick with that Blu-ray for sure. And here's one. For the Predator franchise and the stuff that they've been doing, I didn't dislike this film. Where did it go? Oh, this just came out. Oh, did we already talk about this before? Anyway, I was going to say Predator Badlands. So this one just came out, I guess, this past week. So I'll be picking this up at some point. I thought it was fun. It wasn't amazing. It didn't change anything. And then there were some things about it where like you kind of feel you start to, Predator is the ultimate bad guy, and then you start looking at this film, and then you kind of you side with the Predator, you feel for him. It has this like redemption arc, which is not needed, but overall, shut your brain off popcorn flick. I thought it was kind of fun. It's never gonna take place of the first two Predator movies, so it still has a place on my shelf, I think, but I don't think I need it day one. But I do want to grab it. And then we talked about that stuff last week. Let's see, we got some more stuff to talk about, but let's put a pause on that for now. Let's catch up with the chat. Let's see. Machine Channel on YouTube. Haha, totally different genre. Oh, okay. Man on a Wire is a separate movie which The Walk is inspired from. Is that what I'm thinking of? Man on a Wire. Let's see. Because I remember, like, let's see. Oh, is one the true story and one like inspired by the true story kind of thing? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, biography, crime, documentary, history. Yeah. It's got a whole different vibe. But yeah, it's the same story. Let's see. I'm a big fan of Back to the Future and have many different versions of that trilogy. Would you pull the trigger on the $300 40th anniversary set? No, because I didn't initially. That 40th anniversary set when it came out, like I waited on it already. So if there's like an even bigger version, no, I don't need that. The thing is, like, every collector is going to have different wants and needs, and things that they have, emotional attachment to certain movies is going to be different. And so with Back to the Future, I love it. There's nostalgia. I've watched it my entire life. It's one of my all-time favorite childhood films. It's one of my, probably in my top 5 favorite sci-fi films ever. I think it's a perfect trilogy. It's one of those conversations. I think even there's mistakes in the films. There's continuity issues. Like, people point that stuff out all the time, but I don't care. I love it, and for me, it's a perfect trilogy. No, I would never. I have some of the stuff. I have 2 DeLoreans, cars sitting around somewhere, and then I did get the Steelbook on that way back when, because that was before I quit collecting Steelbooks. So I have it. It's in a cardboard box sleeve, and it has the 3 films. Then when you lay them out, it creates the entire DeLorean. And so like it's kind of cool. I like it. And then each one is from their own era. And so it's a cool thing. And I had to have it back then. But if I were to buy that today, it would just be the standard regular 4K versions. And I wouldn't need any crazy, like it would have to be like a special ridiculous set for me to want to even like double dip on that again. I'm happy with my 4Ks. But there's plenty of films that I double dip on. There's plenty of films that I have to have the crazy premium set. Not all of them, but there's plenty. Back to the Future, I mean, if that's what you want to do, then you go ahead and do it. Not knocking that at all. I mean, because I've definitely spent some crazy money on some stuff where people roll their eyes at because it means something to me. I like it. But yeah, I don't think I need that one. Yeah, it has. See, I have the license plate. Let's see, $300 40th anniversary gift set with license plate as guitar. Yeah, I have the license plate. You know, they printed out a bunch of those, like the replicas. The only thing I would actually like try to get, and I tried to get it a while ago, and then I missed out on it. There was a Leah Thompson and Christopher Lloyd double signing, so you could pay for their autographs on the Back to the Future stuff, and I waited too long and I missed out on it. And then I just missed out on another one. I'm frustrated because I don't ever get to go to like the autograph circuits and go to the cons where, you know, people can meet fans and have things signed. There's never usually ones close enough for me to justify going. And so a lot of the stuff I buy online. So GalaxyCon is one they do online where they have the actual conventions at places like, I think the biggest place they do is Raleigh, North Carolina. But in that you can buy the stuff ahead of time, and they just, you know, in their, as them signing it, they set aside a bunch and then they just ship them off. And so I've done that quite a bit, and it's all always verified too. Like it's like 100% legit. But I just missed the window for Emma Roberts in Scream 4. I like Scream 4. I've always liked Scream 4. Before they even came out with the new ones, when everybody was dogging on Scream 4, it's one that I've always loved. And I think, you know, hyping up the new 4K, you know, they have her going around and she's hitting the conventions, and because I don't think she does a lot of autograph signings. Like she's done them before, but I don't think she does them like on a yearly basis like some celebrities do. So that's one I missed out on. And then like I said, I missed out on the Christopher Lloyd and Leah Thompson double autograph, because then she was also doing Howard the Duck autograph, and I wanted that as well. But yeah, that's something that I would have loved to get those. But yeah, I would collect other things that have to do with Back to the Future as opposed to like that big premium set. That's just me personally. But like there's a million big premium sets that I bought. Well, not a million. That's ridiculous. There's a handful of big premium sets I bought of movies I already owned, but I had to have the crazy big expensive version. Just I don't know. Back to the Future's good. I just think I'm good on what I got. Let's see. They should release the Eric Stoltz footage in Back to the Future. A lot of that stuff is, not everything probably, but a lot of stuff's made it on YouTube, so you can definitely see it. But yeah, it would be kind of cool. But then, I mean, the whole reasoning behind them switching, you know, they refilmed all that stuff too, so maybe they don't want to acknowledge it. I don't know. We need a Blu-ray and 4K of another. Prior is fantastic. Oh, another You is good. Then there's oh man, there's so many good films. Let's see. I have a Richard Pryor. It's Stir Crazy. Oh yeah. Another You was put out by Indicator. Indicator put that out. I'll be right back. All right, so this was put up by Indicator. It's a UK company, and this was limited to 6,000, but I'm pretty sure they still have them on their site. And you can, if you don't want to, you can order from them directly, and they will ship here. I've done that a bunch of times, but all the normal places that carry physical media, you know, like Diabolic DVD, Orbit DVD. Orbit DVD, I don't know if the sale's still going on, but was doing an Indicator sale on the stuff they had in stock. But another You, and I'll double check. So this box set is Region B. So you would have to have a Region B player. But there's a hack. If you don't want to like get a Region B player and have that, you could actually buy like a Xbox or a PlayStation from the UK, and then that's Region B automatically. It'll actually play all the games here. Like all the games are unlocked, but all the movies are still locked. But you can get that, and then there's like a power converter to go from our power to the UK power and make it work. And so if you don't want to get a region free player, you could always do that. It's an interesting way to do it. And then the ones that have the separate power bricks, like the Xbox One, you can get the US Xbox One power brick and it works. And it just makes the whole thing work. It plays. You just have to buy it, and you can get those for like $200. So, or you can buy a region free player and get that for about $200. So you got options, but this did come out in the UK. It is Region B, but I ordered stuff from them all the time, and not everything that they put out is region locked. This just happened to be, but it does have another U. So if you have a way to watch it, and I know a lot of people always talk about, because I talk about the Plex server, that if you want to back your stuff up, you can rip this to your hard drive, rip it to your computer, and a lot of that will strip away the copyright stuff, or not the copyright stuff, but the region lock stuff. So then you can put this in, strip that away, rip it to your hard drive, and then you can have this on your Plex server. So that's also another option, but just a regular standard Blu-ray like you're talking about from America, sure, yes, I agree. But they did put it out. They did put it out in the UK. And there's a lot of Richard Pryor films that I would love to have. So the what is it? Moving is like my number one. I think that's it. Like I think that's it, because like that box set was nice. I'm glad I got that. But yeah, I think Moving is like still my number one that I want to have on Blu-ray. I was go be that you're not a true movie fan if you still buy physical media and don't have a region free player. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm not going that bold with my statement, but if you want to really enjoy being a movie collector and just getting everything, having a region free player is the best thing I ever did. And I've had it for years, and so I highly recommend. I just picked up Strange Days from the UK or maybe it's German. I think it's German release. Anyway, I picked up Strange Days because we just have DVD, I think, is all we have. And that's, I think, another Fox title. So, yeah, having a region-free player was the best thing I ever did. And I recommend everybody get one. But I get it. There's constantly people ask me, is it region locked? And just, a couple $100 tops. You don't have to go super high end. You don't have to go crazy with it. Just get one. I've never been happier having a region free player. Let's see. What we got? Let's see. The other stuff that I was kind of excited about was more stuff, new stuff coming out for the first time. But the thing is, I don't think I need all this, but I'm glad it's coming out. So this one here is something I didn't even know it was a thing. So the Creep Tapes Season 2 is coming out. I like the cover, but it's something I didn't get into this. The Creep Tapes? Shutter? Oh, that's why, because it's all Shutter. I don't get into all that stuff always. So, I mean, kind of a cool cover. It's not for me. I don't think. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just decided. I don't like the horror movies. I like horror movies, but I don't get into everything. So I don't think I need this. Is this like a found footage type of thing? Because I definitely don't love found footage stuff. I think there's only like the closest I've ever done is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel. Like that's the only found footage-esque thing I have in my collection. But I guess it's got a fan base. It's getting a season 2 for sure. Now I'm into this stuff. The upcoming Universal catalog releases, they're going back to these older titles, almost like Warner Archive. So Cary Grant and the Gambling Ship. I've been waiting for this for a while. I don't know if we've ever had one, but I knew that it had a DVD, and so I'm trying to get all the Cary Grant films, so that's going to be an easy pickup for me. I do like a lot of these older films, and so these are always, for me, no-brainers, but I get they're not for everybody. It's from 1932. It doesn't fit everybody's wheelhouse, but I do love these old films. So this is another one I'll be picking up. Thelma Todd, Cary Grant, Lila DeMattea. I don't know. I ruined that, but this is the night. Cary Grant. I don't think you go wrong, so I'm in. I am in. And yeah, 1932. Yeah, give me more of that stuff. Here we go. Now, this is a Bob Hope thing. Varsity Girl or Variety Girl. Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, another one I would be picking up. Now, these might not all be day ones, but high on my radar, things I want to grab. And this one, I'm pretty sure this had another release at some point because it just looks familiar. Give me a sailor. I do like Navy things. And then actually, fun fact, so non-military people, when you come onto like a Navy ship, you get rung aboard. And they ring the bell and they say so and so arriving, and it goes over this what they call a 1MC, but it's a big loudspeaker. And Bob Hope, to my knowledge, is like the only civilian that gets rung on board. And I mean, he passed away obviously now, but like that was also part of the trend. Like he would get so many bells, and then you would say Bob Hope arriving, and then he would come on board. And he was a huge fan of the military, everything he did for the USO, and the military honored him. So that was something. I don't know if it was all the branches, but specifically, I was in the Navy, and he was the only civilian that we would ring aboard. Yeah. But yeah, big fan. So yeah, I'll check that one out easy. And then, yeah, obviously in the gambling ship. So, yeah, all of those, I'm interested in all of them. Let's see, was it the big broadcast? Maybe not. What's this one? Bob Hope, W.C. Fields. Yeah, W.C. Fields, I don't think you can go wrong with him either. Dorothy Lamour and Martha Ray. Yeah, I would probably grab all these at some point. Again, I don't think I need them all day one, but they're filler movies for me. So after the big stuff is picked up for the month, if there's something I want to grab, I might pick some of those up. There's that. And then Kino Lorber is doing Rider on the Rain in 4K. So this is something that I was familiar with, but I never saw it. So I remember seeing this. I remember seeing the cover. Definitely. Anytime anybody talked about Charles Bronson, it was always like Death Wish and like those movies. But this is something I've just never picked up. But I do love the cover. She's in her bra and underwear, so I'm a fan, and that's going to sell me on the movie. So I'm gonna watch this anyway. And this one comes out. It's a '70s film. I love '70s cinema. Comes out in May, so this is probably going to be an early pickup for me. Not a day one, but definitely an early pickup. You get a new 4K restoration of the American cut from the original camera negative, and you're getting a restoration of the French cut from the original camera negative. So that's actually cool that you're getting both cuts. We don't always get that stuff. But yeah, glad they did it and looking forward to it. But like sometimes it's always interesting, like what gets cut out in different films. And sometimes I think it's like silly, like and I mean, obviously different culture, different, set of rules. I totally understand. But like when I was watching the Ninja Turtles Arrow video, I think it was the third one, there was a UK cut of it. And what they did was they just cut out all the scenes with Michelangelo in his nunchucks. So anytime he was using the nunchucks, they cut that part out. But all the other turtles can use their weapons. Nobody cared. So I don't know. I don't know what the issue was. And I don't think it was through the whole film because Turtles 2 had that whole, it was like notorious that they didn't use the weapons like they did in the first one. So I think by the third one, I don't think they were using them at all, but it was just showing them. Because in the beginning, there's this like opening scene where they're dancing and they're messing around with their weapons, and all the Michelangelo parts that he had was swinging them, they got cut out. And so it's always intriguing to me, but also like it's always like why. So it's same thing. Demolition Man, the UK cut, they didn't cut things out, I don't think, but they switched the Taco Bell for Pizza Hut, and so. Yeah, it's different. And they didn't even do a great job of it. So it wasn't like they shot the scene specifically. They just dubbed over it. So it is one of those things. It's always interesting, but I'm glad they introduced it. I am. And then the front 50th anniversary 4K. So this is something, what is this? Woody Allen in the front. I kind of missed the entire Woody Allen phase, and so I have gone back and I've seen some things, and I haven't disliked some of the Woody Allen film, but I haven't seen everything. But it was the thing, like my dad was a big influence on me, especially in older cinema. And he just, for whatever reason, was not a fan of Woody Allen. He was very outspoken on that. And so it's just, I just never, it never dawned on me to go watch a Woody Allen film. But in the conversations about cinema and things, like, it does come up like, oh, you got to see these films. But the thing is, at the time, most of those never appealed to me either. So there was a comedy I watched not too long ago, but it was basically like a heist film. And I liked that. I liked it a lot. And so that was my first Woody Allen film. And so I've been watching some of them since. And the that one I still think is the best of all of them. But I'm gonna give this one a shot. I don't think I need to buy this one, but I think I might try to watch it first. Let's see, and then what do we got? TV of the Movie Week Collection 5 from Imprint. So Imprint films, obviously, I'm a huge fan. I talk about them all the time. I'm going to probably go back and pick up one or two of these Movie of the Week, because there's a couple of the TV movies of the week. I just remember watching those, and the fact that they're putting them out, I think they're the only ones that have. And so I don't know about these ones either. So these are interesting. I don't know if I need them, but I'm definitely intrigued. So this one here, TV Movie of the Week, continuing our TV Movie of the Week series, here's a showcase of fondly remembered and pioneering genre movies made for television. Madam Sin from 1972. It's a world first on Blu-ray. Killdozer, 74. I want to watch Killdozer. And the UFO Incident. So that one I'm not familiar with at all, but the Killdozer one, I want to watch that one. So again, I might pick this up. Not sure if I need it though. But some of the other ones that they put out, I want to go back and grab those as well. But yeah, Killdozer, cult 70s classic, sci-fi horror, was adapted from the novella by Theodore Sturgeon, packed with unbelievable stunts and roaring killer bulldozer. Yeah, like, everything about that is fun. I mean, maybe it's not fun, but it's fun. This one, we've talked about this one. I'm super stoked. But for a Vestron video, I got used to spending, a little bit of money on the Vestron stuff. It was never at that higher price tag, but we're getting the Substitute finally on 4K coming out of Vestron, and it's carrying a higher price tag. So this one here, and yeah, it costs money to fix this stuff, restore it, put these out. It costs, so I get it. But I definitely got used to spending, getting a Vestron for like $17 in that range or less sometimes. Like I think brand new, a couple of my Vestrons were like $11 or in that range. A little bit, definitely not. I felt they were cheaper than a Kino, but not like bottom basement prices. And so now this one here coming out, the Substitute, I thought it was, there's no price here, but I swear I saw a price on it that was in the higher price range for a Vestron. It was like, it was competing with some of the other Lionsgate stuff. And so I don't know. I'm not mad at it. But I just kind of was sticker shocked. See, but you're getting a new 4K restoration of the film, Dolby Vision, HDR presentation of the film, Dolby Atmos audio track, new power archive, or new power achieved is power perceived. Director Robert Mandel on the Substitute. I'm looking forward to that. Color grade is in session. What? Are they saying? Is this like a? Did they change the colors on it? Color grade is in session. Oh, okay. Maybe that's just like a wording of the documentary or whatever they got on there. I don't know. Bullet point storyboard to film exploration, theatrical trailer, optional English standard. Yeah, I'm in. And I like the fact that it's a white case. It works. And I talk about that all the time. I actually have a video coming up I'm preparing talking about customizing your covers and cases, and the fact that they used to do it all the time and they kind of stopped. So we're getting a white 4K case. I think it works. I'm stoked about it. Ooh. So then, let's see, we talked about Leprechaun before, and Housemaid, that stuff. Okay, here we go. This is the one I want to talk about because to a point I would agree. or to a point I would disagree with this, but then I was like, oh no, I agree with this guy's statement. So we're getting another version of Nashville. Now this one got a bunch of releases on Blu-ray, but the thing is they're all out of print. And this person down here said, GTFO, 1080p, it's 2026, 4K or bust. I am not a 4K or bust person. I'm still buying VHS tapes. So for me, I'm not chasing the format. It really is the movie. But he says, get stuffed. Their encode on UHD would have sucked massively anyway. So he's like mad at that we're not getting it. And then he's saying it would have sucked anyway. So this guy's mad. But the thing is, we have had multiple versions of this. So in one conversation, we don't have it. They're putting it out again. So the thing is, they're doing it backwards, though, I feel. So this is just a regular studio edition, standard stuff. It's sitting at the $29 price tag on the pre-order for Amazon, which I think, again, is higher. I talk about that all the time. But we had it on the Paramount Presents line. And then there was two different versions of the Criterion. There was a 3-pack digipack, and then there was just the single Blu-ray. All of that stuff, as far as I understand, is sold out and sitting at some of the higher prices on eBay. So good on them for putting this out again. But usually they put out the standard regular version first, and then we get the premium editions later. So it does feel like they're going backwards, and then it is why we didn't get the 4K. So I'm not saying why didn't we get the 4K, because from the studio's perspective, they're going to probably have to do a restoration or do some other things, and they're going to spend money on this film. But they already have the master Blu-ray. They don't have to do anything but spend a little bit of money to get it reprinted and give the fans these movies, and so you're not stuck paying a higher price tag. Now, if you specifically want the Criterion, I get it. I totally get it, and I'm not saying that. But if you just want to watch the film and you don't want to spend the higher price tag, or you don't want to go to a DVD, the fact that they're putting it out again, I think, is a win. But I can understand people's frustration. Why don't we have the 4K? But I'm not even mad at this. I have so many Blu-rays in my collection that the 4K is not much of a, would not be much of a huge upgrade unless you're going to jam pack it with a bunch of stuff or upgrade the audio. But there's plenty of movies that I would love to have a Blu-ray day one or a 4K day one. But I think the argument on this one, it's kind of valid, but only because they went backwards. If they started out with that one and then they were just now giving us the Paramount Presents, I think I wouldn't say it was valid. But I am glad that they're putting out again. They see the need. This is being put out expensive on eBay. People, it's sold out. It's out of print. You can't get it new. You can't get it for a fair price. They're putting it out again. So I'm glad that they are. I am glad that they are. But it's a movie I've never seen. But I like that cover. I almost think it's like, is this going to be a raunchy comedy? Just based on the cover. But I don't think it is. The fact that it's on Criterion, I doubt that it is. But I did just watch a movie the other day. There's a Kino title, and the IMDb page, and so this is the second time it's happened like this past week or 2 weeks where I watched a movie that IMDb says it's a raunchy comedy, and it's not. It is not. There, again, the beginning, it sets it up like you feel it's going to be in that, maybe not raunchy, but in a fun comedy, and it ends up not. It ends up being like a spy espionage thriller type movie about college kids. It's called Gotcha, and I liked it. I thought it was a fine film, but IMDb says it's a raunchy comedy, and at no point is it a raunchy comedy. I don't think it is. But yeah, it was enjoyable. But yeah, so yeah, that one, just based on the cover, I would assume it is, but I don't think it is. And then we talked about this. This is something I said I'm super excited about it. Stardust, Claire Danes, Michelle Pfeiffer, Robert De Niro. I love this film. I don't love the artwork on this. I think the Steelbook, both versions of the Steelbook artwork are top notch. But I have this on, this is going to be a day one pickup. I love the film, and I'll be glad to have one on the shelf that I don't have to worry that my daughter's going to destroy the Steelbook, because she loves the film as well. So yeah, I'm going to be double dipping. Well, let's see, I have 4 or 5 dipping on this film here. Yeah, I love this film. So that's going to be coming out. I'm super stoked. Like I said, it's a modern fantasy, and almost all of my favorite films are the older ones, the things I grew up with. But this is easily my top 5 favorite fantasy film of all time, and it came out in the early 2000s. I think the effects in here were great for what they did, and yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with Michelle Pfeiffer. And then she plays a witch in this film, and yeah, I love it. I absolutely love this film. And it comes out, when does this come out? In April. But again, so like I said, the Steelbook, let's go back to the Steelbook. Let's see, the Steelbook came back, let's see, star, oh, copy of star. Yeah, 2024, so 2 years ago. And so 2 years later, we're finally getting the regular version. So the thing is, like, you're not really stuck if you don't want to get the Steelbook, but it is a waiting thing. So it is one of those. And the thing is, there are plenty of Steelbook onlys that have never been put out again. So the chance of it is, I think it is. I think it will come out on Fight Club. I think Fight Club is definitely going to get re-released a few times, if not different places throughout the world. And again, having that region-free player is a win. 4K is supposed to be region-free anyway, so it'll be a win if it gets put out again. But then we have that conversation. Now that I said that, about this. And so this is something, where did I miss it? The Umbrella stuff. Where's the Umbrella stuff? Here it is. Umbrella reveals their June releases. So one, in the conversation, everybody and their brother wanted Rad when it was out of print. It was long out of print. It was one of the like crazy expensive ones. It's the one everyone talked about. And I think Rad is good, and I'm going to be getting Rad. But the thing is, Australia is locking this one down. We can't get this one. It shows up here, but then when you go to their site, you can't get it. My friend that is in Australia, he can see it. He can order it. He can buy it. I can't. So they're locking this out. But then I was told that we're getting a Vinegar Syndrome release, a big VSU of Rad. So I'm stoked about it. And, America has an option. So the fact of every country putting out their own versions, you don't have to import stuff. We just kind of got into that. And so this is something that the fact that they're getting it, it's going to be for Australia. Cool. We're getting one too. And we've had one. Like there was a different Vinegar Syndrome release of this not too long ago. It's out of print now. But from what I heard, we're getting a VSU. And so I'll be picking that up too. So this is something I'm looking forward to. But this is why I want to talk about it, because even though I think Rad is great, and I just revisited all these films, Rad, Thrashin', Gleaming the Cube, BMX Bandits, like Gleaming the Cube and Rad are probably at the top of everyone's list of like, oh my God, we got to get this, or oh my God. And granted, all the other movies have had a Blu-ray, except for Gleaming the Cube. I think maybe it doesn't. Maybe either it doesn't, or it had like an old Twilight Time, something like that. And so like a lot of them have had Blu-rays, and even if some of them you just have to import from another country, they've been available. The thing is, BMX Bandits is a movie I enjoy that nobody talks about. And like, well, maybe they do. I think Gleaming the Cube and Rad are the ones that get talked about the most, and then this one gets overlooked. And so this one was always fun. And you have early Nicole Kidman, and definitely babyface Nicole Kidman. But I thought this was fun. It's a kids movie. And out of like my, I've seen a few Australian movies, and that's probably why this one doesn't get talked about as much. It's Australian. And so this one, I have a few Australian movies, and my two favorites are, and I don't have BMX Bandit, so I will be buying this one. It comes out next month or whenever. I'm going to pre-order this one next month. And so, because I want this film, there's a few other things I want from Umbrella, and so this is going to be one. But I love it, and it's never part of the conversation. But this movie and The Quest, and in Australia they called it Frog Dreaming. And the Australian movie poster for it's amazing. It's old painted movie art. The poster we got wasn't painted. It was the kid and the monster in the background. And the monster was part of an imagination thing. It wasn't part of the story. But I grew up watching it. I don't think it's an amazing film, but those are the two. And it's Elliot from E.T. He's the kid that went to Australia and then they filmed it there. And so those are the two Australian films that like I think of and I always want. And I don't have BMX Bandits. I have The Quest. But yeah, that's one I will be getting. And I love it. I recommend. It's a fun film. It's definitely more towards that family-friendly type of story, but I think it's great. So they're doing BMX Bandits. They're doing two versions, a bigger, more premium set, and then just the standard But then same thing for Rad, but the thing, Rad is only Australia only. We can't get that one, but we can get all the rest of them, and you can get Return to Silent Hill, you can get that, and then all the other stuff you can get. So this might be a new trend where these companies are putting out multiple versions of certain movies, and because you can import stuff, maybe some of the stuff is they're not going to region lock it, but they're going to just stop selling it in that location. Now the problem is this Rad version on the Umbrella version here, it's going to show up on eBay for crazy money. Don't get it. If you want Rad that bad, wait for the VSU. Wait for the VSU and pick it up day one. Anyway, that was my rant. So I love them all, and BMX Bandits is huge. So I like that one. And I think I'm not knocking any of those films. Thrashin's great. Yeah, I don't think Gleaming the Cube ever got a Blu-ray, but Thrashin definitely got a Twilight Time. I'm pretty sure. Twilight Time. And so that's long out of print, very expensive if you want to get it. So that needs a new release. But like all those films that just kind of fit in that area, that time frame, I think they're all great, and I think we should have them all. But the Rad and Gleaming the Cube are the ones that get talked about all the time. Yeah, there's that. Did we talk about this before? 5 days ago. Australian Tales of Adventure Collection 10. I'll be picking this up. I like the Tales of Adventure stuff, and so if I didn't talk about it last week, I will be getting it. It comes out in April. I want it. I liked the last bunch of Tales of Adventure stuff I got. Older films, you're talking 45, 51, 53, 65. I like a lot of those older films. I might not have ever seen any of these, and but the thing is, they make for great Saturday afternoon films. So I love them all, and that'll be huge for me for sure. Let's see. Glad I skipped on that paperweight. Oh man, I don't know what you're talking about. Did I miss some stuff? Oh, I did. I missed a bunch of stuff. Let's see. There we go. Isn't the PlayStation 5 region free just for games? And when it launched, they updated it and changed it. But when it launched, you could change the Blu-ray. If you put a foreign Blu-ray in, it would let you change it up to 5 times. And then after the 5th time, it was a permanent change. And then since then, they've updated it, and you can't do that anymore at all. So that is an actual thing. But best thing is either buying a region-free player, and then that way you can just switch whenever you need it, and or like I said, just importing. Like it's not bad if you just, because some people have recently complained that maybe the modification doesn't always last or doesn't always work, or you're now opening stuff up, and so now it's not covered under warranty. You can always just import a foreign Blu-ray player for not a bad price, and then just have that converter. You just got to get a power converter, and then they make them. So my wife would go to Romania, she'd have to get converters for all of her electronics, or adapters or whatever they are to make them work. So yeah, that would be an easy way to go if you don't want to get the region free stuff. But yeah, getting a region free player was the best thing I ever did. But the PS2, the PlayStation 2 has a secret hidden menu still, and because it was never, software updates online, it never changed anything. So there's a secret menu in the PlayStation 2 that lets you change the region for DVDs. So that's an actual thing, and so I kind of wish that it was. And so it seems like if people can figure out how to hack the PlayStations or the things, then it seems like a software thing. That would be the only good thing the PlayStation VR is good for. Oh, probably. Let's see. Glad we're getting more Bronson on 4K. Definitely picking them up as they come out. Yeah, I'll get them. I don't think I need them day one, but definitely I want to get them. I should be 90s made merch so I can partake. No, I get it. I was born in the 80s, so I was like, I grew up in the 90s. I get it, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But I have general merch. I have general stuff, so you don't have to always do it like this particular. I mean, this isn't for everybody, but I love Charade. I love Audrey Hepburn. So a lot of the stuff I do, movies and stuff that fit inside the boob tube, the TV, the old TV, and so there's always that. But yeah, no, I'm just an 80s kid. I hate Lionsgate. I got into thinking that they're a boutique label now, another U.S. site that don't ship outside the U.S. Yeah, that is a rough thing. That's a rough thing. There's no company over there that imports U.S. stuff to get you a better deal. Because like we have several over here, and I know I just found one in the UK, and then they do ship internationally, but they carry all the UK stuff. They carry a lot of that stuff. They carry, Indicator was one of the bigger things I found over there. So I don't think they have any of the US stuff, but maybe because like quite a few, like Diabolic DVD has been around forever, and they're always having the foreign labels. So I don't know. But if like, man, if you really 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 need something, let me know. I'll get it for you. I don't know when I'll send it out, but I'll get it for you if you really need it. Let's see. I just watched The Ring on 4K this morning, and I can't believe how good it looked for a movie that came out in 2002. Yeah, that's the thing is like that's one. If you look into it, people hate the 4K version of that movie because of all kinds of reasons, but a lot of the DNR and digital scrubbing. But some people love it. So if you had a good time, I'm glad you had a good time. But that's one. Anytime like it gets talked about, it's like people get upset about it. But glad you liked it. For sure. I've kept my Blu-rays, not because I wanted, like I didn't think there was any value in getting the 4Ks, but we have, oh, you can't see it now because it's way over there. But I have a big giant library edition. So my wife likes that, and she told me not to upgrade. So I was like, okay. Because like she's a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than I am, and I just watch them whenever she wants to watch them. So it's usually once a year. Vinegar Syndrome already did a regular 4K on Rad. I would be pissed as a VSU collector if I had bought the regular one. They did re-release on VSU. Yeah, that's another conversation to start having is, some of these movies, the double dip is ridiculous. Like, and when you do, and I have been working on a video, and that's why it's kind of a hot button topic for me. Because I've been working on a video on this. There's definitely several movies where I'm like, the Blu-ray is amazing, and you look, the 4K restoration, or even sometimes higher restoration was done, and then they put out a Blu-ray, which looks amazing, and then they wait, and then they put out the 4K, and that conversation has been around for a while. People have been angry about it. People have been mad, and then I think if there's a good amount of time, it's like whatever, but with that small tiny upgrade is crazy. Now in that same conversation, you now expand it to an expensive premium edition. So brand new, I'm pretty sure Rad wasn't super cheap. Like I think it was normal, probably, probably anywhere between $25 and $30 probably. And then it sold out, and now it's sitting at a higher price tag. And now they're going to be putting out a VSU at that $45 price tag, in that range. And so, yeah, I'm right there with you. And I didn't pick up Rad either. Like I didn't want to. Like and it's probably because I didn't want to rewatch it at the time. And now that there's all this talk about those, I wanted to rewatch all of them, and so I did. And I still like BMX Bandits the best, I think. But I think they're all fun, and they're all in a very similar thing. But yeah, it's one of those things like, yeah. If I had picked up that Blu-ray, I probably would not even bother with the VSU version. So yeah, I'm glad I waited too. I'm glad I for whatever reason, that's one, like, it was getting so much hype, I completely skipped out on it, and I'm glad I did. Let's see. What do we got? Is there a creature feature similar to Pumpkinhead that you recommend? Well, that's the thing. I have not seen Pumpkinhead, so as far as creature feature, I don't know. I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, there's quite a few that I like, but I don't know if it would compare to Pumpkinhead. So that's one. It's been recommended to me a few times, and then I just saw it the other day when I was at the Vinegar Syndrome store, and I had it in my hand, and then I put it down to go get the basket because I had so much stuff. I forgot to go back and get it. Let's see, Pumpkinhead. When did this come out? First of all, let's look at the era when it came out. So it came out in 88. So you got the late 80s, early 90s stuff. The IMDb's recommending some weird stuff. I mean, like typical horror stuff. I don't know. When anybody says creature feature, like I think of the more tame stuff. I always think of Critters, but it's probably not the same at all. It's recommending House. I think that's a good film, but it's not really a creature feature. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Check out one other thing real quick. Uh, the internet AI said instantly a movie that I love, but I don't think they're even in the same vein. So it said if you like Pumpkinhead, a creature feature that would work would be Hell Comes to Frogtown, and I'm not even kidding. Like they're both there. So I love the film, but I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same vein at all. So I don't know. I'm not like the biggest horror hound. So that would be the thing. Like my go-to would probably be like Critters. They're creatures. I like it. Let's see. There's that. And then yeah, man, let's see. Let's knock out the giveaway. And then I'll wrap this up because I gotta knock out all that stuff, and I got some stuff I still gotta work on in this room. So, and then tomorrow, I'm doing a video tomorrow. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I feel really good about it, but like, you know, some videos you can do a part 2 or part 3. Some videos deserve a series, like an ongoing conversation, and this kind of could be like a one and done video or all of it. And so I think it's really good. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm dropping it tomorrow. So I know the last 2 days I've been working on this room. I've been working on the videos. I've been doing stuff. I did put out a member video on Thursday, but I had been putting out a video every single day, doing the live stream here, and not really taking a day off. But I took those 2 days. I did a quick member only stream, or member only video, and then Friday I really took the day off just to kind of reflect on the Sunday's video that I'm working on, and then the knocking this out and trying to get this room in order. And so it's coming along, but still not quite there, but I think it's coming along. So that's what I've been doing, and I want to get all that stuff working on. I got some stuff I got to do tonight. I got to film the video tonight, edit it tomorrow, and then drops tomorrow. And so yeah, look for that. And then Monday, I got a really strong video for that too. I got not really a recommendation video, but just like your standard. Let's talk about movies. And so we're gonna do that on Monday. But yeah, let's knock out the giveaway. Let's see what we're here. Let's see. Let's go to fourth wall. So if you, let's see, do we lose internet? No, we're doing solid. I added this and we're still doing solid. But yeah, I'll drop the link in here. But I always have these at the end, our link to every single video is the Fourth Wall store. And so there's a membership just like Patreon. So we do that. We sell the merch over there as well. So we also do that. But this is where the giveaways come from. And so when people buy merch, it builds up in the bank, and then I use that to do giveaways. So just feeding back into the community. And let's see, there we go. Drop this link here. So if you are new, this is the Fourth Wall store. There's a membership just like Patreon. This is where all the stuff comes from that I wear. And you don't ever have to buy anything, but if you do, it just feeds into this. And I never made it thinking anybody would want to wear this stuff, especially this bright mint color shirt with Audrey Hepburn on it and Cary Grant and Charade. I bought this. I made it because I had to buy new clothes, and I like to wear this stuff. And so I was like, well, if I have to buy new clothes anyway, I might as well make what I want to wear. And so this is everyday stuff for me. And some of it has been fan favorites. The '80s shirt is probably still the number one seller because it's got the Goonies connection, that whole thing. Let's see, videos, products. Let's see, share this stuff. All right, so here is the Fourth Wall store, and then I'll drop the link in there. Drop the link in there if you guys ever want to go check it out. But that's also where you can sign up for the membership. And I do member-only videos there. We do a monthly member Zoom call, and then there is discounts on merch for members. But this is the new mug. And so we're going to be giving 4 of these away today. So this is the new design. It's got the new logo on there. But on the other side, it says, "Be kind, rewind," because I used to work at a video store, and that's kind of my motto. Like, I love this stuff. Yeah, it's there. So we always have merch. Anything that I'm wearing on stream, like 99% of the time, you can get it here. And a lot of the stuff I just retired. So all the Christmas stuff, all the Halloween stuff, all that stuff went away. It'll come back or might get changed next season, but all that stuff's gone away. And then a lot of the older shirts, a lot of the older designs gone. So we do have that. But this is the mug we're going to give away today, and we're going to give away 4 of these. So we're going to do that. Let's close this out. And let's see. I'm going to have to check those out. Thank you. Yeah, Hell Comes to Frogtown. People say it's a bad film, but I love it. I think it's fantastic. And the thing is, like, it's entertaining. And the thing is, I don't think anything that could be is entertaining is bad. You might not like the film. That's fair. But I don't think it's bad because it leans into it. It was self-aware. It knew what it was doing. It was everything about it just kind of works, and so I like it. And it has, I think it made the AI internet said, recommended it because it the rubber monster suits, they change into creatures, but it's definitely not a creature feature. It's not like one of those. But yeah, big fan. Another mug design, cool. Yeah, so this is the mug design. We're not getting rid of the other one. The other one's a classic. That's a staple. But this is the new mug design. I don't think I'm gonna like design a new mug every year, but like this is. I think we had the white mug with '80s made on it. I think we needed a black mug, so we got that going now, and that's going to be a permanent mug. So I think we're going to give that one away all year long. So this is the one we're going to give away, and because it's February. I missed last giveaway, and then January I only gave away the stuff for December. So yeah, we'll do 4 mugs today for sure. So anybody that wants a mug, tell me you want a mug in the chat, and then I'll pull up the wheel of picking. I don't even know what the heck you call this. The name picker mug. Let's see. Name picker wheel. Wheel of names. Oh, it was there for a second. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's see, share this screen. And then page. All right, name picker. What do we got? Let's see. Helpless hero. All right, let's see. Let's see. Sithabrick. Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lessons that we should learn. Yes, great reference. And blue corner, mug me. Yes, mug me. No, not mug me. Ha, crazy me. Blue. And and looks like Arthur's. Oh no, let's see, the real Z05. Z05. I think that's what we got. Well, let's just make that all, see, make that better. There we go, Z05. And yeah, okay. I think that's, I mean, there's 4 people here. Let's see. It's like, let's see. And I don't know if I want to, like, let's see. There's 4 people. I was giving away 4 mugs. I might as well just not even do a picker. Man, I think I was overzealous on the amount of giveaways we're doing today. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, 36. Yeah, anybody else want a mug? You know, speak up now, because I might as well just say, here you go, here's your mugs, guys, because nobody's gonna win. You know, it's 4 people, 4 mugs. Maybe I should just do 2 mugs and save 2 for next week. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll give away 2 mugs today, unless we got more. Let's see. You get a mug, everyone gets a mug. Yeah, that's pretty much the thing. Now I'm at a point where I'm like, maybe we should roll it back and do 2 mugs today, and then do 2 mugs next week. And then next week, next time do 2 mugs and then do the shirts, because I'll have the shirts settled out too. So we'll do next giveaway. We'll do 2 more mugs, and then we'll do the 2 shirts to compensate for missing the other ones, because I'll have the new designs up as well, and so we'll give those away. And then moving on from there, it'll be 1 mug, 1 shirt every week. I think we'll do that. just do an Oprah moment. Then it's just giving mugs away to friends. Like, that's what it ends up being. Yeah, 2 is good. Yeah, I think we'll just do 2 today. We'll do 2 mugs today. That's what we'll do. All right. And then let's see, because like there's no reason for you to come back next month. That's what it is. So you're only here for the mugs. I know you are. All right, let's see. What do we got? So we're gonna spin this right now. And help us get a mug. Help us get a mug for sure. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. So now there's 3 left. 3 left in 1 mug. Now it's I think it's entertaining. Before, like, everyone was getting a mug. It's just great. It's an Oprah moment. You're right. I don't think I could do the Oprah moment yet. Let's see. Spin this. And Sithabrick, blue corner, man. You were right. Like, you're just destined to have to wait. I expected you to win today. And Sithabrick, congratulations. So yeah, I'll send you the link for that, and then help us get a hold of me on Twitter's the best place. Like, if you have Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, if you follow me there, that's the easiest place, because I get those messages right away. Or if you don't have that, you don't want to, you can email me, but I'm horrible at checking emails. And I'm going to leave here. I'm going to start my day. I'm going to do my thing, family time, the whole thing. And so I might not check my email till like later in this week. So the best way is Twitter. Or if you become a fourth wall member, like, you always have that direct access to, messaging me through there. But anyway, enjoy. Congratulations, everybody. And maybe we'll just do more mugs next week. We got to get caught up. I feel bad because we missed January and I've been slacking this month, and we didn't do any shirts yet. So yeah, I'll do two mugs next week for sure. And yeah, blue corner, you are jinxed. I think you are. It's like, even though we're not related, I feel that, like, if you win first every time, it's like nepotism. I feel like it's there. So I'm kind of glad you're jinxed. It works out well. I mean, it doesn't make it look like the system's rigged at all. And W Stream, yes. Congrats everybody. Yeah, for sure. And then, like I said, we're rocking and rolling. Once I get the new shirts hammered out, we're gonna launch those probably next month. But yeah, two more mugs next week. And with that, Remember to watch a movie today, and I'll catch you guys next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh, don't give me a pat. That's mine.